What's up, man? How you doing this week?
I am doing pretty damn good, man. How about you?
Yeah, I was a little tentative going this weekend, but
Oh boy, was I ever.
we came out pretty damn happy.
I think so. I mean, it's a pretty dang good week for CLG, if you ask me.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the CLG Faithful Podcast. This is episode 52.
Yeah. One full year of weekly podcasts. That's pretty damn good.
Hell yeah! We'll keep going into it for a full year.
Yeah.
We'll do it for another year.
Exactly.
All right. We're the weekly. I cannot talk today. We're a weekly podcast that goes over all things CLG. So let's just get right into it. We'll start things off with some League of Legends, and as always, we'll start off with our Academy team.
Oh yeah. So they played FlyQuest Academy. We'll just put down RIP. Just a bit of RIP, you know.
This is the game that was not streamed, so we don't have any notes for it.
Yep.
How did they do against Echo Fox Academy?
Well, we had Galio, J4, Camille on the other team. Lots of synergy in that mix-up. It was pretty bad to watch. Fallen Bandit, he didn't play that well against Camille either, considering his opponent used to really suck at Camille as well. Probably not a good idea to fight her, though, since Galio is there and can ult from a pretty far distance away, which basically makes Camille unkillable, really, if they have a little bit of lifesteal.
Yeah, the thing is, because the ult size for Galio's ult is pretty much the same size as the Camille ultimate, so you really can't escape it. There's no getting out.
There's nothing, like with the damage reduction and the lifesteal that Camille is just going to build naturally. Good luck.
I'm surprised we didn't see more Camille and Galio in LCS this week. But
I think it's usually because Camille, or at least Galio, is being banned out quite heavily.
that's true.
Like the few times it does actually kind of get through, it's generally very strong.
It's so dumb.
And sometimes it gets like super hard countered. Like it's weird. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, so our bot lane in particular, they had Zaya as the AD carry and Janna as the support, and they were level 5, and they see J4 with the ward clearly right next to the bush. I'm not sure why they stayed. Even if they immediately hit 6, they're still going to die to a gank.
Yeah.
They had 3 people down there, and I want to say the ults committed to TP. They were guaranteed to die. There's just nothing you're going to do. Plus, Galio can come out whenever he wants.
Galio.
I don't know. I have no idea why they stayed there. Significantly later into the game, Omar God was coming around the side from his blue buff, and Fallen Bandit starts to fight Camille. He's Alawi, and he ults Alawi, and then in comes Galio. He's still alive after the Galio, but just barely. I'm not sure why he doesn't throw the Sejuani ult there. He could have clearly gotten 2 people with it, both of them. And I don't know, maybe Alawi managed to do something. Because she does have all the lifesteal, she's ulting, she's pretty strong when she does that. But I don't know. AP Galio's ults are really squishy, so you can kill him really quickly. I don't know. I have no idea why that didn't happen. Also, throughout the game, Echo Fox gifts us with a free Baron after they botch and engage, and we pretty much get an ace onto them. I can't remember if one person was left alive or not, but either way, we get that free engage. But then later on, we have a fight near the end of the Baron buff. Baron's about to respawn, and we waste the TP trying to chase. We just throw the game.
Yeah. It's Academy team, I guess, you know. They're learning.
I guess.
They're learning by losing. It's fine. So why don't we move on to the LCS then?
Sure.
Our first matchup was Echo Fox, eh?
Yeah, so Echo Fox is 4-0. They were at that point the undefeated team in LCS.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted a loss last week based on the way we were playing.
Yeah.
Jack got off the CLG hype train.
I mean, like, what can you say? Like, when the only team we had beaten at that point is Golden Guardians, who are arguably, they are the worst team in the league.
And now coachless.
Yeah. Technically. They have an interim coach. They fired Loco Doco for allegedly mean comments.
Yeah. I don't know what he said to Windows, but
no.
So what is it with CLG and facing undefeated teams?
CLG, I think people go, like, especially the undefeated teams, come in and they're like, oh, it's CLG, you know, they'll throw at Baron or throw in a team fight, and they don't give us enough respect, I think. I don't know. Or it's just the counter logic in the name.
I think we're just consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, and the only time we're consistent is when we're the underdog.
Against the undefeated teams. It happened at MSI, against RNG. It happens against Immortals. We gave them their only loss of that split. Yep. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Any time we come up to someone who should, on paper, at that time, completely crush us,
we go full counter logic.
Yeah, we do.
So what happens this game?
Well, Rainover played PvE on Nunu, where he was basically just farming and denying camps.
Camp.
It was beautiful.
Who he was getting camped and just constantly ganked and like hit right over, buddy. No, sorry, I'm Nunu. You ain't getting no ganks.
Yeah, you don't get no ganks. No ganks.
Ooh, but Inferno Drake's up. You can die. I'm getting the Inferno Drake.
Yeah. I'll get you guys all the Drakes you want. But don't mind me when I flash 2 centimeters to the right. Okay?
Well,
just don't mind that.
So Darshan gets ganked and Rainover, this is a bunch of scuffles near top lane, right? One of the results is Darshan dying. At one point in the game, just you see Rainover flash snowballing just to get the slows. It's so dumb.
So good, man. It's so good. No, it's Nunu, right? Like, Nunu is not a damage threat. Nunu is not. He's just there to be a real pain in the butt the entire game.
Because there's no other jungler useless.
Yeah. He invades jungle, takes camps because he gives no care. Like, he does not care. It's like, oh, you poke me, cool. I hit Q and regen all my health back.
Well, like, he's really good right now with the blood boil.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it.
That got buffed like no tomorrow.
And DIXXAY was on Callista. So, like, what helps Callista stack those spears faster? Oh, attack speed. Right. It's amazing.
Overall, it was just a pretty good game by CLG.
It was very solid.
At one point, I don't know if you caught this, so Freak was casting and Rainover uses Nunu's ult, which is absolute zero, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, so Nunu uses absolute zero and does just about that much damage too.
That's good. I like that.
It was actually pretty good. The timing was nice.
That's Freak. That's Freak for you. Like, just pulling out all the puns. That's what he's about.
You know what was my favorite part of that game?
What was your favorite part?
It was Darshan against Huni.
Ooh,
and Darshan, Huni burned his flash a few minutes earlier in our earlier scuffle, and Darshan hops in and he goes full man mode. 1v1 the Huni and gets the solo kill.
Oh.
But you know what makes that part even better?
The clip.
LCS production.
Oh.
So in the analyst desk, they're showing that particular clip with a little bit of the comms, and I don't know what happened with production. Apparently, they forgot to check the comms for that.
Oh, it was so good.
So as Darshan kills Huni, says, "Huni's my fucking bitch."
Oh yeah. And he like shouts it too. That's the best part. Is it wasn't like, they had toned the volume down or anything because they really
He's
couldn't.
screaming it.
He's like, it's literally full volume. Hootie's my fucking bitch. It's good times. Anyway, CLG wins. Beats Echo Fox. Quite a solid win, as we were saying as well. And it really set the tone for the rest of the weekend.
DIXXAY was really solid. That was one of the big question marks coming in too, right?
And that's been something that was a question mark, the last few weeks. People are like, Darshan and Huhi are basically like, they're solid. They're playing their hearts out. But man, the bot lane, look at these guys. They're just, DIXXAY is not on point right now. Like, has big DIXXAY left?
And then Reyno's just jumping in and dying.
Yeah. And it's just like, this weekend, big DIXXAY returned.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about FlyQuest.
Yeah. So game 2 was against FlyQuest, and Rainover was pretty insane. Early game especially. Like, 2 full Raptor camps and a red buff invade really early. And allowing and then Huhi gets to take the Raptors as well. Like, it was
a treat to watch.
It was. It really was. Like, it had to be probably one of the best early games and something that you would expect from CLG in 2015, where everyone was like, CLG has the best early game in NA.
And not only that, you expect Rainover to invade, and at one point, you would think that maybe Flame would come and help his jungler.
Yeah.
Especially when they're invading for the things like the red buff and whatnot, but they never do that, so I don't know what's going on there, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. And let's just put this out here for a sec. Huhi played Zilean this game. Everyone remembers what happened last time.
Did not look solid against Jensen. Did not look like he was comfortable or practiced it.
No, it looked like he kind of like picked it up, and because he got beat on it the day before, and in the same matchup. This time, however, oh boy, was he on point. Oh man. Huhi actually ends up going 4-0-11. He has like a 95% kill participation. Like, he was in every kill but one. Insane.
He actually does miss quite a few double bombs and whatnot, so you can tell he's not 100% on point, but he was there when it mattered.
He was there when it mattered, and he had the key ultimates. The key, like, they've just blown everything on Rainover. Let's get Rainover back up. Like, there we go. Rainover's now back alive, full health, and as Jarvan can, do those flag and drags and pull off that ult that he might not have gotten off because he was burst from 100 to 0 in like a second.
Right. Well, before we get to there, let's talk about Shrimp.
Shrimp. So, this is the first Drake of the game, and there's 3 of them, I think. 3 people from FlyQuest on this Drake. It's a Cloud Drake. So an early game Drake, or Ocean Drake, sorry. Ocean Drake. And an early Ocean Drake can be very powerful because of the amount of regen that it adds during laning phase, which hadn't ended yet. And Shrimp happens to smite a little bit too early. Just a little bit. And DIXXAY is playing on Kog'Maw here, and he just kind of shoots one of those ults just over. He's like, you know what? It doesn't hurt. It can't hurt to throw that over the wall and try and steal it. Little did we know that Drake had 67 HP left. 67. It's beautiful. DIXXAY laughed his ass off. For probably 15 seconds. I think if you watched that live, and even if you didn't watch live and you hadn't seen it at all, wow. Just wow. That was hilarious.
So I'd have to double check. I'm not sure whether the Drake regened right as he smited, or it was just mistimed and early. But that was still hilarious.
It was just perfect timing.
He's like, now.
He's like, oh, hey, we got an Ocean Drake, guys. Man.
Moving a little bit into the game, this is where it really picks up pace. So there's a 9-man brawl around Reignover's blue buff, and this turns into a 1-for-1 trade, but DIXXAY is just getting free time at the bot lane turret, and he picks up first turret gold from there.
Yeah, like that whole fight, because it was only a 1-for-1 when it was a 5v4 for FlyQuest. The whole fight, CLG was just wasting time for FlyQuest. Like, they're like, just waste time and keep them here because DIXXAY is bot lane taking the first tower gold right now. And what is better? Like, nothing is better than getting first tower gold solely to your hyper carry and Kog'Maw.
Right.
Just like...
So CLG, they rotate their bot lane top, and Darshan actually TP's top, so CLG keep up the tempo lead, and they have a huge number of people pushing in that top lane outer turret. And then Gangplank ults bot lane to clear out that wave to keep that turret alive. FlyQuest try to respond by gathering around their inner turret in top lane, and this turns into a huge brawl, and Big DIXXAY comes up huge.
Oh, yeah.
So what does he do?
Well, at first he flash dodges an Orianna shockwave, like millimeters on the outside of the Orianna shockwave. It was just like perfect. He knew it was coming. He makes the flash.
But he
has
didn't
the
just
reaction.
flash backwards, right?
No, he flashed forwards to get out of it.
Forwards into the turret range.
Into the turret range to kill the Orianna. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. That is where Big DIXXAY comes up.
Honestly, this was just a fantastic game for COG. Yes,
It was.
There's a lot of micro mistakes you could criticize, and I'm 100% sure the coaching staff will address those.
Yeah.
But overall, I was very happy with the game.
And one thing I did enjoy was the confidence that it gave Biofrost. To see him actively flanking on Alistair was fantastic. And he was playing it smart as well. Like, he knew when to show himself and basically be like, hey, FlyQuest, knocked into this guy. It was fantastic.
Darshan was super aggressive with the TP plays.
He was always on point with those.
He was also pretty much using it off cooldown.
Yeah.
TP's up, boys. I'm going in.
I'm going in. Let's do it. And the whole team followed suit.
So they get Baron. Darshan TP's bot, goes pushing in, and then he ends up getting killed because FlyQuest is there, right?
Yep.
They collapse on him. Sorry, he's bot lane. He goes in. He ends up getting killed because FlyQuest is there to defend the tower. What does he do? He TP's back in and goes up again. He's like, surely they won't be there again, right? Nope, they're there again. This time, the team does end up coming to help him out a little bit. He does die, but they end up getting a 1-for-1, pushing in. Next thing, what does Darshan do? He TP's top. Nope, I'm getting all this farm.
Yep. It's just overall, like, this weekend is what you would expect, is what was expected of CLG from the beginning, and it feels as though they're kind of coming back together.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. Darshan was super aggressive. Huni looked a lot more practiced than Zillion. Mm-hmm. Biofrost had the nice flanks. DIXXAY looks like he's back in form. And I was actually a little concerned about the draft initially. I looked at FlyQuest's draft, and I thought that they had a much more well-rounded comp. I thought that they would scale. I mean, we had Gangplank and Kog'Maw, yes, but I thought that overall, their comp was just very well-rounded.
Well, they had the Gnar.
Scale into
Flame
the
on
game.
Gnar is like is a pretty hard early game Gangplank counter. But I think the Reignover ganking and Darshan being like super aggressive with his TPs took away any advantage that Flame had on Darshan. Like, it was
right, and the comp he had actually was really good for sieging because he's putting the bombs everywhere, and Zillion does stupid damage.
And he zoned really well with those bombs as well.
Right,
there was many times where, especially in mid lane, he would put the bombs down And then, you've got 3/4 of the lane blocked off, and they can only funnel into one way if they don't want to get hit by a bomb.
And what's blocking that one little piece left?
A
GP barrel.
gigantic cow or a GP barrel, exactly.
It was really well done. And DIXXAY
Yeah.
played with so much confidence that game.
Yeah. The flash forwards, the ults, like he got many kills with that Kog'Maw ult. It was great.
Ult's on point with the QSS. The Sejuani ult comes in, instant cleanse.
Yep.
I was very happy. Yes, like I said, there were mistakes, but overall, I was very pleased.
Yes.
Let's
All right,
move on.
so yeah, League guys go 2-0. Can't ask for anything better than that.
So we had some CSGO.
Yeah, CLG.Red actually played a game that was, streamed and
So how'd they do?
was pretty big. Pretty well, I have to say. So the girls played in the World Electronic Sports Games Women's CSGO Tournament. Yes, WESG. World Electronic Sports Games.
What a terrible name.
Just so bad, so bad. Either way, it was a female only tournament, and you guys are gonna love the names. So we'll start off with the group stages, which were best of ones. In the first group stage, they actually faced off against those damn Canadians, and let me tell you right now, those damn Canadians consisted of Miss Harvey and, oh man, who was the other one? I completely forget. But Miss Harvey was on, I know. I even had it all set up. Miss Harvey was on those damn Canadians. And it made me feel good to see her playing again, because it was one of those things where she seemed to kind of just disappear a little bit from the scene. And that kind of sucked, because, like Miss Harvey was a great personality to have, and it was unfortunate to see her go, but it was good to see. Anyways, they start off pretty damn strong. Unfortunately, those damn Canadians do take the end of that map, 16-14. Then they played...
Damn Canadians, always ruining everything.
Those damn Canadians, ruining everything, right? Then they played off against the American Eagles, who Red crushed 16-1. Next up, the Freedom Fraggers. Definitely couldn't find any oil from the... You told me to put that in there. And lost to Red 16-4. I mean, I was just going to say that they were free frags, but,
I had worse things to put in there, but...
The final group stage match was the Poutine Puggers. Yes, the Poutine Puggers. Clearly, were a bit heavier, even with the cheesy name, and lost to Red 16-8. This means that CLG.Red moves into the playoffs going 3-1. For the semifinals, they had the American Eagles as their opponents. After a really close cash map, the American Eagles actually had the upper hand, taking it 16-12. Round 2
so
was
they
on
found
Inferno,
their wings this
though.
time? Is that it?
Yeah, they found their wings. There we go. But the girls decided to clip those wings and won it 16-6. Yeah. The final round was on Mirage, and Red was definitely ready for this. They were like, you know what? No more of this clowning around. They take it 16-9. That means that they move into the finals, where they ran back into those damn Canadians. Those damn Canadians played really well, and in round 1 on Inferno, eked out the win 16-14. Map 2 down 0-1 and at match point. They were playing on Overpass, and unfortunately it went the exact same way, with a 16-14 loss to those damn Canadians. This means that CLG.Red finishes second place at the WESG North America Women's Finals. Well done by them, considering they didn't even really... I don't think they have an announced 5th member yet. And so it was promised 9K was their 5th player for this one. I don't know anything about her. However, yeah, CSGO, we got second place at the West North America Women's Finals. Can't complain about that. A fantastic weekend overall for CLG.
We actually do have one more piece of news.
Oh.
So CLG is picking up another team.
Yeah. CLG picked up a Rainbow Six team. Yeah. That came as a little bit of a surprise to me. How about yourself?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either. So I was like, okay. Sure. Go CLG and Rainbow Six. Okay.
Oh boy. It's going to be so much fun watching us cover this.
Yeah, so we'll give a little rundown of the players. So it is a 5-man squad. We have Alex Skies Magor, Terrell England Lee, Emilio Gio Licious, Lenez Cuevas. I'm sorry, dude. I probably butchered your last name. And then we have Gabriel Laxing. Like, again, man, like some people's gamer tags. Miralez. And then we also have Aaron Shuttle Duggar. See, I like Skies, England, and Shuttle. So simple. So simple. Not G-O-O-licious or La X-I-N-G. I don't know. Either way, some past achievements for these guys. They got first place at the 6 Invitational 2017. They got second place at the World Finals Year 2 Season 2 Pro League. They got first place at the North American Year 2 Season 2 Pro League. And first place at the World Finals of Year 1 Season 1 Pro League. So anyone out of the know on Rainbow Six Siege, I only really know this because it's on our games on Reddit a lot. They are going into the 3rd year of Rainbow Six. So there will be a Year 3 Season 3, I guess, coming up. And hopefully there'll be some sweet esports action with CLG. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that.
Another esport for us to learn, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I played the beta of Rainbow Six Siege. That was, years ago. Wasn't a fan, but apparently it has changed quite a bit in the last few years and has become quite a beloved game by a lot of people. It's one of those games where
I have heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's like The Division. The Division, when it came out, I loved that game so much. I probably put in 70 hours into that game in 2 or 3 months, and then was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I can't take this anymore.
Only 70 hours?
In 2 to 3 months, that's a lot. That's a lot of time.
I know, but right now, I have a few friends who are on a Final Fantasy binge.
Oh, yeah.
And they've put in nearly 1,000 hours in 2 months or 3 months.
What?
I don't understand it.
Wow. Is that even possible?
I don't know. All they do is raid every day. I don't know.
Well, the person I'm looking to on my right
actually, but...
is going to just does nothing but plays Final Fantasy 14. It's a little insane. I think she has all classes maxed out on one character. It's a little bit much for me.
Maybe we should. Maybe I should grab a copy of Rainbow Six Siege and we'll play a couple.
There we
matches.
go. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I don't actually have a copy of it, so we'd have to.
God damn it!
And they just increased the price, so
Of course. Oh well, never mind.
All right, guys. This has been the Counter Logic Gaming Faithful podcast. We are an unofficial podcast, covering all things CLG. If you like what we do, please take a moment to follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, or give us a rating on iTunes and Google Play. We love getting feedback. Please send us your thoughts over to clgfaithful@gmail.com, and we promise to respond. For the 52nd week of this podcast, I am Archon.
And I'm Nefarious.
Peace out, guys.